I don't even know.
SmackDown absolutely sucked tonight, but I want to hear all the excuses from everybody in the IWC. We are live, man! SmackDown was terrible tonight, man. What the hell was that? Oh, but JD, they flew from Saudi Arabia, man. Oh, I'm sorry. You're a multi-billion-dollar company that wants to put shows on 17 hours away, then fly back in the same day and then skimp on the show here. It's great. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch made an embarrassment of the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. Typical WWE to go into this situation with the least amount of creative idea possible. And on AEW side, Andrade El Idolo and my man PAC probably put on one of the best, if not the best, AEW main events on television to date. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about all of that, plus the debut of Shit Row. Oh, man, my boy Top Dolla, I'm coming for you, bro. Right here on Off the Script.
AEW successful? Why is Tony Khan running his promotion better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard are running Monday night and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your SmackDown and AEW Rampage post-show for October 22nd, 2021. I am JD from New York, and this is Off the Script. Thank you guys so very much for joining me here on your Friday night. I have to apologize to all my fellow Bostonians, my fellow Boston Red Sox brethren. I may have jinxed you all. I'm sorry. Typically, I get ahead of myself. I don't know when to shut my fucking mouth, but, I may be looking at the same situation come tomorrow, man. I'm already feeling the heat. I'm feeling the flashbacks already. Freddie Freeman's coming out and jinxing us all already. Yeah, we know what happened last year. The Braves they were up 3-1 and they lost in Game 7 to the Dodgers. Same situation I feel is going to happen again this year. It looks like my desired World Series of the Boston Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves will not be happening this year. But we may need that tomahawk chop to take care of the cheaters. So maybe it's the Braves in Houston. I don't want to get ahead of myself, man. There I am, already fucking things up. They're back in Atlanta tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen. They got Ian Anderson, man. He better fucking Jethro Tull his way to a goddamn fucking win tomorrow, I'll tell you that. I want to see some fucking aqua lung from Ian Anderson. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm not here to talk about baseball. I'm here to talk about how horrendous this SmackDown was. We're going to go over the SmackDown post-show, the AEW post-show. Today, man, we're sponsored by, got somebody new, Geology. I got some skincare shit here, man. Geology is now sponsoring the show. We're going to do a nice little unboxing a little bit later on this live stream. But if you guys want to go check them out, I have supplied you with a link in the description. You guys can actually save 50% off and get yourself a 30-day free trial by using the link down below. It is our special, unique link. And I want to thank Geology for sponsoring the podcast today on Off the Script. WWE had one thing to do, man. They had one thing to do, and they failed, as usual. They failed. They let everybody down, but this is the mantra of Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon, these senile old scumbags who run this show. They had one job to do, and they did not do it. I'm at my desk this afternoon, and I'm taking notes, and I'm getting the live stream ready, and then I'm playing Destiny. I go lay down to take a nap. Before I go lay down to take a nap this afternoon, I look at my phone. I go to WWE.com to see what is actually happening on the show tonight, and there, it stared right at me. The one thing I did not want to see happen on this show, staring me right in the face, Charlotte Flair and Miss Cringe herself, Big Bex, big time Bex, Becky Lynch. Tonight, they are going to exchange championships. You know, there are a couple of things in this world that I like to exchange: phone numbers, recipes, right? Cheats for easy access in whatever game you're playing, right? But exchanging championships doesn't really seem like a logical thing to do. And I don't really understand why WWE went about this in the most laziest way possible. Actually, I do know, but I don't know at the same time. You had one fucking job to do before Survivor Series, and that was make everything a little bit more intriguing, a little bit more interesting. And WWE just exchanged championships as if they were exchanging Betty Crocker recipes on SmackDown in the main event tonight. And they made everything that you've watched up until this point absolutely fucking irrelevant. They made it worthless. They wasted our time. SmackDown superstars showing up on Raw in the main events. These false finishes, these fuck finishes on Raw. Then we got Raw and SmackDown superstars on Friday night. Raw superstars going to SmackDown. Fuck finishes over there. We got a triple threat match, which was very good last night between Sasha, Becky, and Bianca. It all means absolutely nothing. WWE exchanged championships just like they did in 2019 with the Street Profits and the New Day. And I said it then, I'm going to say it now. This is absolutely the fucking most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Do you realize how stupid it looks? Now, they may not care. I'm the only fucking idiot on here that actually cares. Do you realize how ridiculous it looks? Do you know what you did there? You ruined Survivor Series, and you ruined the betterment, that's even a fucking word, the progression, salvaging of the women's division, and you pretty much kept it the same. If not, you made it worse. WWE should have unified the championships at Survivor Series. WWE has 4 women playing a role in the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship title picture. Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Bianca Belair. Both of these championships should have been on the line at Survivor Series. You got 2 from Raw, you got 2 from SmackDown. going head-to-head, unifying the titles, and merging the divisions. WWE has Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair come out in the last segment of this show, fumble around with some championships, exchange championships. Becky Lynch goes to Raw with the Raw Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair stays on SmackDown with the SmackDown Women's Championship. And now WWE is giving us a first-time match between Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks. And I use that first-time match very sarcastically, man. Are you fucking serious? Are you serious? They ruined everything. So let me get this straight, Bruce. Let me get this straight. You think taking the women's championships tonight and trading them like fucking baseball cards is a better idea than actually having the titles on the line in a match and giving the championship to somebody who, I don't know, wins the fucking match and the title clean? You think trading the belts like fucking baseball cards is better than putting talent over winning the championship and then taking the championship to their respective brand? Am I in the ballpark, Bruce? I don't really understand the concept about what they were trying to do here. I said it once, I said it twice, I'm going to say it again. WWE doesn't give a shit about women's professional wrestling. If they did, the segment that you saw in SmackDown tonight doesn't happen. All they needed to do was merge the divisions and unify the championships. There is, right now, a sad state of affairs happening in WWE with the women's division, with women's wrestling in general. If you are not going to actively fix it, I don't give a fuck about women's wrestling. I don't. There is more to women's wrestling than Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and big-time cringe over there, Becky Lynch. You wouldn't know that because WWE has actively buried the rest of the fucking roster. Unless you are those four women, you do not matter. And that is the cold, hard fact, and that is the God's honest truth. Sucks to be a woman in the women's division, right? Can you imagine how the women actually feel in that locker room? Knowing that your roster had the worst tournament that WWE has ever produced. We got more time in one match on Rampage tonight than that entire fucking tournament, and it took 3 weeks to complete. It's amazing. We got more in-ring time in one match on Rampage than 2 hours of SmackDown tonight. What the fuck are you people doing over in Stamford, Connecticut? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. That women's roster is absolutely in shambles right now. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know who they want where. Survivor Series should have been about one thing and one thing only, and that is the unification of the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. It is a very simple thing to fix. Merge the divisions, unify the title, burn the tag team titles in the women's division because they are absolutely worthless. Worthless. Make a mid-card title and have these women appear on both Raw and SmackDown. That was the way to go. Not only would it freshen the shows, not only would it make things a little bit more interesting, but more women would get opportunities that right now they're not getting. And the swapping of titles like baseball cards, man, you do realize that this deteriorates the championships, as if WWE championships mean anything anyway, right? They're fucking worthless as it is. But you devalue them by just swapping them out. You shit on your roster by not having one of these women put over somebody else to create new stars. Nobody realizes that, though. Oh, but why are you complaining? Why am I complaining? Because the television product sucks. That's why. If you don't like what you hear here, go watch somebody else. No sweat off my balls. Couldn't give a rat's ass what you think. Because more than likely, I'm right, and you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. What do you want me to say? So that's the one major problem there. Good look, WWE. Good look. You hate women's wrestling. Thank you for clarifying that. Not only with the Queen's Crown, but what you did tonight with the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. Good job, Bruce. SmackDown tonight was atrocious in every sense of the word. We got maybe one match. I wasn't even fucking alive, barely watching this show. One match maybe in the first hour. We got Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns in the open of the show. And they went nearly 35 minutes. 35 minutes with Reigns holding the show hostage until he got Lesnar. Lesnar coming out and savagely beating cameramen and officials and wrecking havoc on SmackDown, which led to his, again, indefinite suspension by Commissioner Adam Pearce. They don't want to tell you he's a commissioner, but he's a fucking commissioner. Who else can suspend active performers on the WWE roster? Including Brock Lesnar. He's a fucking commissioner. He's a general manager. 35 to 40 minutes taken up by this. WWE had 3 matches maybe tonight. Maybe they went over 10 minutes total in 3 matches. They had a draft a couple weeks ago. You would think that with this new roster, we'd get fresh matches. WWE has their first night where the draft takes effect. We got Baron Corbin versus Shinsuke Nakamura rematch. How many times have we seen that? Wow, Bruce, that's a fresh match, man. Please, please, let me indulge in some more shit. Happy Corbin versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Seen it time and time and time again. Ali versus Mansoor. Wow. I literally saw that 24 hours ago at Crown Jewel. And what they did tonight was a complete waste of time. Because they were given maybe a third of the time they were given on Thursday afternoon in Saudi Arabia. Imagine that, having to fly back to SmackDown to give me 2 minutes in the ring after we gave you 10 minutes in Crown Jewel. What a waste of time for both guys and a waste of time for people watching this show. Then we got Hit Row. Shit Row. Shit Row. Oh, man, my boy. Flop Dolla over there. Bottom Dolla. Should be the general manager at fucking Dollar Tree. Top Dolla. Comes out. Wait till you hear the story that I got for you guys about what he said. He is actually making Hit Row look like a complete joke. WWE is already on their way to burying Hit Row. It's amazing, man. They came out in Wichita, Kansas tonight. Yes, because this crowd is going to get Hit Row, right? Yeah, sure thing. Sure thing. They come out in Wichita, Kansas. They get 0 reaction. They got a $0 reaction. They got a bottom dollar reaction. And then we get Top Dolla in there with Isaiah Swerve Scott in a tag team match. Interesting. It's very interesting. Why are we getting Swerve in a tag team match when Swerve is the singles guy in Hit Row? Very good, mind you. Isaiah Scott is the singles guy in Hit Row. Ashanti the Adonis and Bottom Dolla are the tag team specialists. Specialist Top Dolla. I'm sorry, man. I'm giving him more credit than I really should be giving him. Bottom Dolla and Ashanti Adonis are the tag team in Hit Row. What are you guys doing already? What is Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon doing with Shit Row? They'll be in catering in about 4 weeks. I'll be waiting with my sunglasses on, my cold beverage, and my evil laugh, ready and willing to tell you I told you so. I'm not that far off, Bottom Dolla. I'll see you in catering, bro. I heard the green beans are exquisite. Then on Rampage, we got Andrade El Idolo and PAC. Unbelievable main event. and WrestleVotes just tweeted out, apparently Andrade and Malachi Black, two former NXT superstars, realistically should have been two of the faces of WWE, let's be real, now joining forces against Cody Rhodes. And Andrade tweeted out, F you, WWE. I don't know. I don't know what that means. And then WrestleVotes says this is going to be a plan for Andrade and Malachi Black to team up against Cody Rhodes and maybe his brother. I don't know, but I'm very interested to see where this goes. F you, WWE, he says. What does WWE have to do with anything here? So we got some major developments happening there. And if it gets Andrade in something a little bit more important, it's all that matters to me. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. And we'll go over the rest of SmackDown right here on Off the Script. Ladies and gentlemen, on my head, I am wearing the new Off the Script baseball caps, man. Just got them today. They feel good. They look good. And if you guys want to get yours, you can definitely get yours. They are right now Patreon exclusives. So if you guys sign up for the annual tiered subscription on Patreon, not only do you get the cap, not only do you get the Off the Script engraved baseball bat beer mug, but you're going to get an Are We Live t-shirt. You guys are going to get exclusive merchandise that you can only get on patreon.com. Make sure you guys go to patreon.com/JD from NY 206. And everybody that is already an annual member for the entire year, my management team is going to send you hats. You have nothing to worry about. If you guys want to sign up and get the hat, you got to go to patreon.com. If you're not signed up, go over there. Annual subscription, meaning a one-time payment for the entire year, man. I'm going to have merchandise coming in and out all year, man. This is going to be my way to say thank you to all my VIPs. Make sure you guys go and check that out. That is patreon.com/JD from NY 206. Hit that thumbs up, man. Let's try for 1,000 likes on the live stream today. We are at 453, so make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 on the live stream. Super chats are open. Get them on in. We'll hang out at the end of the show. The bar is buzzing. Go get your cold beverages. Sit down. Enjoy the show. But get those super chats in. We'll hang out with some cold beverages at the end of the show. Also, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell for notifications. And make sure you guys continue to hit that join button, man. Hit that join button. Become an Off the Script VIP. You guys get access to the Off the Script emotes. Only available on this channel in the live stream. And you guys also get exclusive badges as well to show off how many months you've been a VIP right here on Off the Script. So make sure you guys go and do that. And if you missed any of the content during the week, we got Monday Night Raw. We got Crown Jewel. We got an extra that went live today, actually talking about Bruce Pritchard and him being the man behind Adam Cole, wanting to cut Adam Cole's hair, wanting to change Adam Cole's name, wanting to make Adam Cole into a manager instead of using him as a professional wrestler. Bruce Pritchard needs to be terminated from WWE. Nobody realizes how big of a fucking cancer Bruce Pritchard is. Make sure you guys go and check that out. That is on the channel right now. And if you missed that extra, it's 35 minutes plus of extra content for you guys on Off the Script. Let's get into SmackDown, man. SmackDown started off with Roman Reigns. And I will say this, man. I want to get this off my chest first and foremost because I know a lot of people in the community are probably looking at me. Oh, well, all he does is bitch and complain. It's not our fault WWE opted to fly to Saudi Arabia. They had a show on Thursday. They were ready and willing and able, and they knew they had a show to do on Friday in Wichita, Kansas. The only ones I feel bad for are the actual talent that has to go and do this fucking shit show over in Saudi Arabia, hop on a plane, wrestle, hop on another plane for another 17 hours, and head back to the United States, only to show up in Wichita fucking Kansas. Wichita, Kansas, and wrestle. Or maybe wrestle. If tonight's indication of SmackDown was anything, they did not wrestle, and they did not plan for a show. You knew this months in advance. You knew where you were going coming out of the draft. You should have booked a show. Where were the rest of the roster that didn't make it to Crown Jewel? Why didn't you use them? Why didn't you give us an actual show with some of the new talent on the show? Why did we need 40 minutes of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns without one wrestling move being executed in the ring with an official present? Why did we need another Baron Corbin and Shinsuke Nakamura match? Why did we need another Ali and Mansoor match? Did you even plan for a show today? And if you did, why are you so lazy? It bothers me that people accept mediocrity. It really does. Stop accepting mediocrity. Get up off your ass and do something about it. You owe us a show. I should not be able to sit there and just willingly accept, oh, I feel for the roster. Yeah, I do. I don't feel for the fucking writers. Vince was on a fucking plane back to the States before that show even fucking ended. So why am I going to feel sorry for the people in charge of this show? Do better. Do better. SmackDown started off with Roman Reigns. And Reigns is in the ring with Paul Heyman. So the question going into this segment was, where is Paul Heyman's allegiance right now? Is it Roman Reigns or is it Brock Lesnar? So this was the big thing coming into this. And Reigns even asked, why did you not toss the belt to me and toss the belt in between me and Brock Lesnar? Lesnar knew all along Heyman wasn't with him, assuming Heyman wasn't with him, so there'd be no incentive to fool Lesnar by not sliding the belt directly to Reigns. So all of these questions are coming out of Crown Jewel, and then Brock Lesnar goes on Twitter. I don't even think he handles his own Twitter account. Goes on Twitter and says that he's going to show up on SmackDown, and when he arrives at SmackDown, he's going to beat Roman Reigns senseless after what happened at Crown Jewel. So, after all of this questioning by Roman Reigns, Reigns asked, you holding that title for me or for Brock? What's the deal here? He said when he puts his hand out, he did the right thing with the microphone. But last night, he put his hand out and you just threw the title in the ring. He said, should we have to work on this? He held out his hand and asked Heyman to hand him the belt. Heyman handed him the belt. Reigns says, that was pretty easy, right? Reigns says, you're not great at your job. You're not. But I am. He said there's no denying at this point that he's the best of the best. He says he's the best Universal Champion of all time. He's carried this product on his back for over a year and a half now. I'm your tribal chief. I am the head of the table. I mean, I don't really see any lies detected in what Roman Reigns was saying there. We should acknowledge the tribal chief. I'm the greatest Universal Champion of all time. You know why? Because I've smashed everyone. He says he can't go back all the way because the list is so long, but going back to WrestleMania, he smashed Daniel Bryan, Edge, Cesaro, Finn Balor, Hollywood megastar, he says, John Cena, and Brock Lesnar. He leaned into Heyman when he said it and called Lesnar your boy, Brock Lesnar. He looked at Heyman and asked what Lesnar said about SmackDown. Heyman pulls out his phone. Roman says, "Hurry up, Paul." And he's scrolling through his phone. He read the quote tweet out loud. Reigns laughed and knocked Heyman's phone out of his hand. He says he whooped Lesnar so hard he's now on social media tweeting to the WWE Universe. He found that funny. Good God, he said. He told Lesnar if he wants to beat him senseless, he runs SmackDown and WWE. "I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stand right here in the middle of this ring." And he asked the fans if they'd like to see him whoop Lesnar again tonight, too. Reigns says, "Acknowledge your tribal chief, then." So they cheered, and they want to see Lesnar come out and have a battle with Roman Reigns again. So we're still in the ring. Reigns is talking, telling the fans they can't blame Lesnar because he's the greatest of all time. He called Lesnar a no-show and said, "Brock Lesnar fears me." Reigns asked Heyman why he runs his mouth and doesn't back up his words. He says he's given his people far too much time. He said the tribal chief shows up and fulfills his obligations, whereas Lesnar is a no-show. He said there's nothing left to do. Fans are chanting, "We want Lesnar. We want Lesnar." And Reigns said everyone is scared because he smashed everybody. "Wichita, this is where we have to part ways." Then all of a sudden, Lesnar's music hits, and Lesnar is walking down the aisle. Heyman backed into a corner. He looked scared and petrified of Brock Lesnar showing up tonight. He stepped onto the ring apron while Reigns held his ground in the ring. He did not back away from a fight. Lesnar charged into the ring. Reigns swung the belt at him. Lesnar ducked, clothesline Reigns over the top rope, and Lesnar dropped to the floor. Reigns was out there. They were battling each other. Lesnar threw Reigns into the ringside steps. He then noticed Heyman. He started to stalk Paul Heyman. He backed away. Lesnar picked up the top of the steel steps, rammed Reigns with it, and then took it and flung it into the ring as if it was a piece of garbage. Guy is unnaturally fucking freakishly strong. And Pat McAfee was selling this as if they were 200 pounds, he says. 200-pound top of the steel steps. He tossed it away like it was absolutely nothing. Brock Lesnar's a freak. So Lesnar lifted Reigns up for an F5. He wanted to F5 him through the announce table. Usos ran out, hit Lesnar from behind. Lesnar threw the Usos around ringside, threw one of them into the steel post. Very, very hard. And he threw the other one into the timekeeper's area. Then he took the other Uso who he threw into the steel post and threw him into the ringside area as well where the timekeeper sits. So Lesnar took a camera. He shoved this poor schmuck cameraman down. He took the camera. He threw it at Reigns. Reigns moved. The camera hit the steel post and shattered into 1,000 pieces. Thousands upon thousands of dollars for that television camera. Destroyed. Lesnar was throwing more people around. The roster came out looking like schmucks. We got Humberto Carrillo out there. Angel Garza's out there. Gulak is out there. These guys tried to stop Brock Lesnar. They were being tossed around. Officials were being tossed around. I think Daivari was out there. He got tossed around. He got tossed over the announce desk. So all of this led to Roman Reigns escaping, walking up the ramp with the Usos and Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar's in the ring, holds the Universal Championship up, and he wants the Universal Championship. So then after all of this clears out, Adam Pearce is in the ring, and he gets on the microphone and says that Lesnar's actions were irresponsible and unacceptable. Bruce Pritchard's actions to us every week are irresponsible and unacceptable. So I understand where you're coming from, Adam Pearce. I get your frustration. He said he endangered their crew and his fellow superstars, and worst of all, the WWE Universe. He said he cannot allow that to happen on his watch. He said he had the unfortunate duty to inform everyone that Brock Lesnar is indefinitely suspended. Lesnar walked back to the ring, and Lesnar entered the ring. Pearce tried to explain himself. Lesnar shoved him into the corner, grabbed him by his throat, smiled, Fans were chanting Suplex City. He wanted to talk to Adam Pearce, but then thought better of it. I'm going to give this guy an F5 instead. He F5'd Adam Pearce legitimately out of his pants. Adam Pearce's pants ripped right down the crotch area, all the way down his leg. This guy was a complete mess. Brock picked up the microphone, shoved it in his face. Listen, I couldn't hear you. Do you mind repeating yourself? Adam Pearce said nothing. Brock Lesnar walks away, smiled, leaving Pearce in a puddle of his own piss. Not legitimately, but you guys know what I mean. Listen, this was fun. This was fun. Lesnar's a beast. I always enjoy Lesnar causing havoc and chaos on WWE television. It's always a fun time. We knew Lesnar was not going to be a mainstay on WWE television going into Survivor Series because he has nothing to do with the Raw versus SmackDown theme. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus Big E in a champion versus champion match, and we know how that's going to end up. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are going to take a little bit of a break away from each other. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are not going to cross paths again until next year. Whether that means Brock Lesnar enters the Royal Rumble, wins the Royal Rumble, and challenges Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. I don't know what WWE's plans are, but that is a likely scenario for Dallas and WrestleMania. The thing is, and I love how people don't care what they tweet, and I love how people don't care for the same old shit. You people are the direct reason why this show sucks, and this product sucks every single week. How many times are we going to run the Brock Lesnar well dry? That's what I want to know. Brock Lesnar comes back, has a great match with Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel on Thursday. We knew this is not the end of the story. It's going to continue. But this was merely done to write Brock Lesnar off TV again in the same way that he's been written off of TV every single time he needs to be written off of TV. Yes, let's indefinitely suspend him. Does nobody realize that WWE has run this gambit of Brock Lesnar being indefinitely suspended over and over and over and over again? I don't get how you can willingly accept the same shit every single time WWE wants to do something with Brock Lesnar. This wasted 40 plus minutes of a 2-hour show. They nearly went and gave this segment half of the show. Coming out of a draft where WWE drafted a bunch of new people that should be on TV getting themselves over. No, but you want to run the same old Brock Lesnar bullshit back, getting him off of TV, indefinitely suspending him. I'm sorry, I don't know why I should be interested in the same old shit. I think giving this 40 plus minutes is a little excessive. I really do. Especially for something we're not going to revisit until the end of fucking January. Now, Roman Reigns, he's moving on to Survivor Series. I'm pretty sure we'll get Big E versus Roman Reigns. New Day versus the Bloodline or whatever the fuck they want to do. Another reason why WWE's going to just abandon the brand split rules and just do what they want. Because it's Raw versus SmackDown, as if anybody fucking cares. But Roman Reigns is more than likely going to have Big E. And then we go to the Day 1 show in January. There's no December pay-per-view, which kind of clears the calendar for a Roman Reigns opponent. Maybe they do Jeff Hardy. Maybe they come up with somebody else to challenge Roman Reigns before he goes into the Royal Rumble. I don't know what their plans are. Very slim pickings on that roster for opponents for Roman Reigns. But this did not need 40 minutes. No matter how much fun you think it is to see Brock Lesnar throw fucking officials around that are the size of his fucking leg, I don't find it to be interesting because it shows how uncreative WWE really is. I enjoyed it, but I'm not going to accept it because we've seen it a handful of times already, and it's always the same thing with Brock Lesnar, and this is one of the cons about bringing Brock Lesnar back. You can't put somebody in the middle of a major title feud with the biggest star in this industry for one match and then remove him for 3 months off of television. You're going to back yourself into a creative corner by running the fucking well dry with these situations. You already knew he was only scheduled for one match this year, but you went ahead and did it anyway. I don't really get why people aren't up on why this show sucks. This is one of the reasons why. This is one of the reasons why WWE creative is one of the worst in the industry, if not the worst in the industry. Fun. I get it. It's going to be a big deal next year. They're going to cross paths. But how many times have we seen Brock Lesnar get suspended? Come up with something a little bit more creative. Sonya Deville was on her phone backstage. Caleb Braxton approached her. Deville waved her off. Goodbye, go away. Nobody wants to talk to you. Naomi walked up to her, said after the mess she pulled last week, she wanted a fair match with her tonight. Deville says she's making it all about Naomi. Naomi's making it all about Naomi. She has other things to do tonight than beating her up again. She told her to get out of her face now. Naomi then glared at her, turned around like a loser after Sonya Deville talked down to her, and left. No words were spoken from Naomi. Drew McIntyre approached Deville and said now he is a part of the SmackDown brand and he's going to march to the ring whether she likes it or not and issue an open challenge. He said they'll see which superstars have the balls to accept his open challenge. Great. Drew McIntyre is back on SmackDown, and we're going to get open challenges for Drew McIntyre to feast on all of the undercard guys that are half of his size so that we can call him number one contender sooner rather than later for Roman Reigns in the Universal Championship. Drew McIntyre went up against Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn. I love me some Sami Zayn, bro. I do. Underutilized. I think he's undervalued. I think he still has some value if WWE opts to use him correctly. Sami Zayn had his theme music changed. You know that happy, uppity ska music that he had for his theme music that fits so perfectly with Sami Zayn, whether he was a babyface or a heel? Yeah, that's all gone. They changed Sami Zayn's heel. Well, he was a heel, but they changed Sami Zayn's theme music. For what? After all this time, now you opt to get rid of Sami Zayn's theme music that fits so perfectly with Sami Zayn. I don't get it. I don't really give a shit either way, but I just don't understand the decisions that they make when there was nothing wrong with that theme music, so I find it very difficult to believe that change was really needed. Hopefully Sami Zayn doesn't have a lot of time there anyway. Hopefully he is on his way out, moving on to more elite pastures. So we'll see what happens with him in the next couple of months. McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. Zayn came out and he asked for someone to come to the ring to kick their ass. Sami Zayn came out and Sami said Drew forgot to mention him because he mentioned a couple of other people in the locker room. Sami said you forgot to mention him as the master strategist. Said he is actually now the longest tenured member of the SmackDown roster. He said that he is the elder of the locker room leader, and the gatekeeper. He said Drew is a newbie on SmackDown, and if he's looking for someone brave enough to accept his challenge, the best superstar on SmackDown just stepped up to accept his challenge. So we got a 7-minute match here. Sami was in control. After a commercial break, he got a couple of quick pinfalls, near falls on Drew McIntyre, 2 counts. So he set up a Claymore, did Drew McIntyre. Sami rolled to the floor. He knew it was coming. Drew reached for him. Sami snapped his neck over the rope. Drew was in position for a Blue Thunder bomb by Sami Zayn, but Sami couldn't get the Blue Thunder Bomb on him because Drew McIntyre's too big. Drew McIntyre countered the Blue Thunder Bomb attempt with a Glasgow kiss. Drew then charged at Sami Zayn in the corner, missed, went shoulder first into the steel post, but Sami was trying to get back in control. Sami mocked Drew here after this steel post attempt, shoulder tackle attempt. So he was in the corner. He did the 3, 2, 1 countdown. He was going to hit him with a haluva kick. But Drew McIntyre came back with a Claymore kick in reverse. So that was it. 1, 2, 3. McIntyre wins in 7 minutes. Clean victory. It establishes Drew McIntyre as a threat to the SmackDown roster. He is inevitably going to be challenging for the Universal Championship and lose to Roman Reigns. But Sami Zayn, man. Why is Sami Zayn always on the short end of the stick? Such a great heel, such a great wrestler, such a great heat magnet, and they're not using him correctly at all. It sucks. It really does. Someone who is so undervalued and has so much more to give, treated like nothing. A perennial jobber guy on SmackDown is Sami Zayn. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. We have the coronation of King Xavier after beating Finn Balor on Thursday night to become King of the Ring in the finals of the tournament. So Kofi Kingston was gyrating, exactly what I didn't want to see as we coronate a King of the Ring. It's not really king-like for a court jester or a king to be trombone playing and gyrating. I don't get it. And here I thought things were going to change when Xavier Woods won the King of the Ring. I guess not. So, Kofi said he invited fans to show their adulation for their new King of the Ring, King Xavier Woods. Out comes Xavier Woods. He stopped in front of a kid in the front row that had a sign that said, "All hail King Xavier." Kofi presented Xavier with the cloak, representing the protection he will bestow upon his kingdom. And fans were chanting, "You deserve it. You deserve it." I never said he didn't deserve it, but I don't think WWE should be putting the New Day in position to just continue to get accolade after accolade after accolade. I do think Finn Balor probably needed it more than Xavier Woods, but I know I'm in the minority on that. For whatever reason, I'm in the minority on that. I thought Finn Balor going to Monday Night Raw would have helped solidify him as the top face on Monday Night Raw, which was a needed thing for Finn Balor. Another guy that always ends up getting the short end of the stick, Finn Balor. I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me why Xavier Woods needed the King of the Ring tournament. I don't think anybody really has a solid answer for me. It's always, oh, well, he's part of the New Day. Yeah, but the New Day are 14-time tag team champions. Why the fuck do they need the King of the Ring? Couldn't you give it to the guy that hasn't won jack shit in WWE? Give me a break. Xavier Woods did not need the King of the Ring. So Xavier then thanked the fans after Kofi put the crown on his head. He said his reign will be fair, and he will offer opportunities to the fine people who are a part of his kingdom. He said they should give them an opportunity to hear the king's gospel. Kofi said Xavier will bring new days. All hail King Woods. All hail King Woods. Xavier then started to strut around the ring, and this royal, cheesy music started to play. Kofi waved his cape, cloak around as if he was a fucking superhero flying in the wind. Ridiculous. A bunch of fucking nonsense. Waste of time. Typical New Day ceremony. Not taking things seriously. What exactly is going to change in regards to King Xavier Woods? Is he going to make the crown respectable? Is the King of the Ring tournament going to make Xavier Woods into a serious competitor? No. So why bother giving the King of the Ring tournament to somebody that is not going to do it right? Because from what I see, all I see is nothing but comedy shit with the King of the Ring crown, the scepter, and the garb, the cape, the cloak. Why did he need it? Still, nobody coming out of Thursday has given me a solid answer as to why he needed it. The New Day have been handsomely rewarded every single week for the last 7 years. Finn Balor got moved back down to NXT because they buried him on the main roster, only to make a main roster comeback and now be moved to Monday Night Raw because they need a top face on that company. I don't know why you don't think Balor didn't need it, but Xavier did. I'm still struggling to find the reason behind that. And what is this ceremony supposed to accomplish? Why did we get a ceremony and nobody crashing the ceremony? You got all this new fucking talent on the show. You got all this new talent on the show. You got Xavier Woods parading around as a new king of the ring, right? Why didn't we get somebody to come out and ruin the fucking ceremony? Establishing somebody as a new guy in town, a new heel in town, setting up a new feud for a new show on a season premiere coming out of the draft with a new roster. Or is that a little bit too difficult for you, Bruce? One guy that comes to mind would be Ridge Holland. Where is Ridge Holland? You called him up from SmackDown. Don't you think Xavier Woods, being an over babyface that he is, could benefit in a feud with Ridge Holland? New feud, fresh feud, Ridge Holland making a statement on night one, attacking the king of the ring. Does anybody know how to build new stars over in this fucking company? Or do I give a shit too much is the problem? A fucking wasted opportunity for gyrating, trombone playing, and fucking comedy bullshit. Nothing was accomplished. Nothing. No, but I'm supposed to accept Xavier Woods as your fucking king of the ring, and WWE can't do the goddamn gimmick, the crown, and SmackDown with a new roster coming out of the draft right. Give me a fucking break. Give me a goddamn break. Mustafa Ali versus Mansoor, 3 minutes. These guys got 10 minutes at Crown Jewel, 3 minutes on SmackDown. Great job there, guys. Why this was needed? Don't know. Don't understand why this was needed on the show. It did absolutely nothing for either guy. They got taken out of Crown Jewel to be put in a match, again, that was significantly worse than what we got on Thursday afternoon. Don't see how this was needed or why this made any sense whatsoever. Ali immediately went for a drop kick. Mansoor avoided it. Mansoor took over. Backdrop Ali out of the ring. Followed up with a flying crossbody for a near fall. Ali fought back and pulled Mansoor into the middle rope. Ali hit a sit-out powerbomb for a near fall. Mansoor regained control with a German suplex and a clothesline. Ali again fought back, attempted a sunset flip off the second turnbuckle. Mansoor reversed it and pinned Ali for the 1, 2, 3. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much all she wrote for Mr. Ali and Mansoor. They went backstage to Ridge Holland. He introduced himself. Should have introduced himself to goddamn Xavier Woods. That's what he should have did. He said he is someone who likes scrapping on the streets of Yorkshire. He says he's not surprised he ended up in WWE. They gave Aaliyah some TV time. Aaliyah is alive. She said she's going to give SmackDown a makeover and make SmackDown more bougie. Yeah, great. Good luck with that. How's that working out for Toni Storm? How's that working out for the rest of the women not named Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch? You ain't going anywhere, honey. You ain't going anywhere. Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo said they're the prettiest team in WWE, and when you look as good as them, winning is easy. Oh man, I wasn't aware I was watching a comedy show. Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo say winning is easy. Oh man. Oh, these guys crack me up, man. These guys crack me up. Unbelievable, man. You guys should really go in another direction, man. Maybe comedians are better off than professional wrestling. Unbelievable. Sheamus. He introduced himself. We don't need an introduction from Sheamus. Sheamus just kicks ass. But we got one anyway. He says he doesn't have to introduce himself to anyone. He says he delivers banger after banger after banger. And I sense no lies detected there from Sheamus. Sheamus has had a great body of work this year. Let him go. In fact, pair him with Cesaro again. I'd love to see the bar get back together. To be honest with you. Hit Row. Hit Row came onto the stage. Shit Row. Shit Row is on SmackDown. They introduced themselves one at a time. B-Fab, Ashanti, the Adonis, wearing a fanny pack. Isaiah Swerve Scott saying things were about to get spooky on SmackDown. And Top Dolla thinking he is a 16-year veteran in WWE, thinking who the fuck he is. King shit, bottom dollar over here. Bro, listen. Listen, you'll be in catering in about 6 weeks, bro. Just give it time. I know you're dying for this fucking grilled chicken and grilled asparagus on the menu, bro. I get it. You'll be getting as much asparagus as your heart desires, bro. Don't rush. Don't rush. I heard the mashed potatoes are fucking to die for as well. They said all in unison, if you don't know, now you know. All right. I'll keep that in the fucking, in the back of my mind. If you don't know, now you know. I'm sure that'll come in handy at some point when they're in fucking catering or on Main Event or Superstars in about 2 months' time. Hit Row, Isaiah Swerve Scott, and Top Dolla, with Ashanti, Adonis, and B-Fab on the outside, defeated 2 jobbers. Top Dolla, Bottom Dollar, $0, Flop Dollar. Slam both jobber opponents at the same time. He did execute a nice running senton splash on one of these geeks. And Adonis was on the outside brushing his eyebrows with a toothbrush. I don't know what the fuck that was about. I don't know toothbrushes were used that way, bro. Maybe I'm out of the fucking loop. I have no idea. So Isaiah Scott and Top Dolla then delivered a double-team finisher. Don't know what it was. Top Dolla had one of these geeks on his knee, and Scott came off the top with a flying kick of sorts. Hit Row wins in under 2 minutes. Not really the greatest debuts for NXT talent. They got no reaction at the top when they were cutting their promo. But it is Wichita, Kansas. They didn't really get much of a reaction in NXT either. They didn't get much of a reaction in NXT either. So I'm not really surprised at the lack of reaction. But, you know, the geeks on social media will tell you otherwise about Shit Row. You know, they want to like something so badly and they want something to succeed so much. I think we're all fucking immune to this type of thing now. I mean, I could count on one hand how many fucking people have succeeded coming out of NXT. What makes Hit Row any different? What makes you think Hit Row is going to succeed on the main roster? They have a terrible, terrible track record of calling people up and not doing anything with them. Look at Toni Storm. She is the prime example nowadays. Shotzi Blackheart, Tegan Knox, they're women. It's double as worse. They don't really care for women's wrestling. But who really has come up from NXT and made an impact? Nobody. Nobody of late. Roman Reigns, Charlotte, Sasha, Becky, Bayley, Asuka, Alexa. There is a very small group of people. Matt Riddle's the late Damian Priest, right? Look at Keith Lee. Look at Karrion Kross. Those should have been shoo-ins. And where are they? No, but Hit Row is going to be fine on the main roster, right? Yeah, everybody's so confident in fucking Hit Row making it on SmackDown. Are you serious? Do you know what company you're watching? Unless Tony Khan is running this fucking joint, I don't know why you should be fucking thrilled about Hit Row on the main roster. Now, there's a story I want to read. Listen to this story, man. This is comedy hour, if I ever seen one. Top dollar, bottom dollar, at it again. Jesse, if Jesse's in the chat, bro, this one's for you, bro. Listen to this shit, man. If you got a beverage in your hand, if you're eating a midnight snack or something, bro, you're gonna spit your shit out, bro. I'm telling you right now. Listen to this. Top Dollar says, and I quote, nobody helped Hit Row create their look. Oh my God, man. Jesus Christ. Bro, what is this guy's IQ? Seriously. This guy's IQ is the IQ of this fucking liquid death seltzer can right now sitting in front of me. Hit Row had nobody help them create their look. He was on some podcast. I don't know who invited this fucking guy on their podcast, man. It probably did shit numbers. Who's Top Dollar? Top Dollar's only known for making fun of the Young Bucks sneaker game, bro. He's actually more over on social media than all of Hit Row is on WWE TV. Maybe he should do as what he does on social media on live television. Maybe he'd be better off for it. So he talked about Hit Row's upcoming SmackDown debut. He also made a point that said nobody in NXT or WWE created Hit Row because they found that look and attitude on their own. Oh, yeah, because this guy walked into the Performance Center. This guy walked into the Performance Center and said, yeah, I'm going to do this and fuck you guys, right? Yeah, because you walked in as AJ Francis, right? And Isaiah Scott, which we all know because we saw Isaiah Scott before Hit Row was even formed, and we watched Adonis perform before Hit Row was even formed. Yes, you guys walked in and just said, yeah, this is what we're going to do on day one. Isaiah Scott walked in and was given Hit Row and said this was Hit Row from day one, right? You never matured into the fucking group. This guy must be fucking mentally retarded. AJ Francis. This guy says, and I quote, I grew up watching SmackDown, watching The Rock. When I was a kid, this is where I wanted to be. No disrespect to NXT, but I never saw NXT as where I wanted to be. This guy is as dumb as I think he is. This guy is as dumb as I think he is. Brother, I'm not sure if you realized what Triple H was doing before he got fucking fired from creative in NXT. But under my watch, everybody wanted to be a part of NXT. You had main roster guys begging to go to NXT because the main roster sucks. But this guy's telling you and wanting you to believe, no disrespect to NXT, but I never saw NXT as where I wanted to be. Motherfucker, let's rewind the calendar back 4 years. I want to see you watch TakeOver New York, and then you tell me to my fucking face that's not where you want to be. Are you fucking kidding me? This guy is... This guy is a fucking blithering idiot, man. AJ Francis. Go back to fucking AMC or whatever the fuck that toy channel is. The toy show that you're on, collecting Legends collectibles. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Seriously. You clearly don't have the IQ to be anywhere near professional wrestling. I'm not even done reading what the fuck you said here. You don't even have the IQ to be in the business with a comment like that. I'm not even a fucking tenth of the way through what you said. I think everyone who is anyone in this business would agree with that. Oh, really? Let's go ask AJ Styles, who's on record saying, man, I wish I started in NXT because there's a lot I need to know before I actually go to the main roster. AJ Styles said word for word, I would have done better by being in NXT for 6 months. Sami Zayn spent 4 years down in NXT. Did he need NXT? He didn't need it. You know why? He was as great as anybody at his prime in NXT and was ready for the main roster. He stayed down there because he loved NXT. Balor went back to NXT to help NXT. He doesn't need NXT. Samoa Joe went back there. Adam Cole is one of the best professional wrestlers on this planet. And he raves about NXT. Yet we got bottom dollar disrespecting NXT, saying no disrespect. Yeah, no disrespect meaning you're going to disrespect NXT. Oh, I never saw NXT as where I wanted to be. It may not be where you want to be. It's where you need to be. You ain't ready for this, brother. You're not ready for this. You can do all your fucking sentons and bounce off the rope and do your big elbow drop all you want, bro. You ain't The Rock. All right? You can emulate The Rock all you want. Give me a break with this fucking bullshit. I loved that on NXT. I was given the opportunity to create. No one helped us make Hit Row in any way. Oh, yeah, really? Let's go talk to Triple H about that, bro. Yeah, you just overwent. You went over Triple H's head, right? You went over Triple H's head. This was a Triple H project. Triple H put you together. William Regal put you together. Road Dogg and Triple H and Shawn Michaels, they all collectively put you together. But nobody helped $0 make Hit Row, right? It's amazing. It's amazing. No one helped us make Hit Row in any way. We wrote all of our promos, which I do believe Triple H gave her the freedom to write those promos in NXT. That's not happening now. That's not happening now with Bruce Pritchard. That's not happening with Vince McMahon, who's a fucking control freak. Why don't we go ask Wyndham Rotunda about how controlling Vince McMahon is, right? Yeah, but Top Dollar is going to be writing his own promos on SmackDown. This guy's a fucking funny dude, man. Top Dollar. We wrote all of our promos. We booked all of our matches. We did everything ourselves. Yeah. He was in his bathroom one day, came up with the concept. He walked into the Performance Center as Hit Row with all three of his guys. B-Fab, right? He walked in with Adonis and Isaiah Rose. Yeah, we're here. We're ready for work, boss. We're ready for work, Paul. Trips, whatever the fuck you want to call him, right? Yeah, no, Triple H and his team had nothing to do with Hit Row, right? Sure thing. Nobody told us how to dress or how to talk or none of that. Does this guy realize where he works? Does he understand where he works? We did it ourselves, and it was so profound, different, and unique that 4 months later, they were like, we want that on mainstream. I could never undersell how much I appreciate what happened for me in NXT because there are a lot of people that don't get the opportunity. I feel like that I got an opportunity because I deserve it, and I show that each and every day. But not a lot of people get that opportunity. I love my time in NXT, but it's money season, and we're on the big time show. Everything I've done in my life has built up to this point, and this is just the beginning. I don't get to the dance floor and think I'm cool. I need to be active. It's cool to be on the same show as Roman Reigns and Charlotte Flair. It's amazing and unbelievable. But just like they know that they have to get theirs, I have to get mine. Jesus Christ, man. This guy is as dumb as I realized from the very beginning. WWE is already also ruining Hit Row. Apparently, in an update from PW Insider, Mike Johnson has reported that WWE is planning to use Hit Row in the following ways. The plan is for WWE to run with Scott and Adonis as the group's resident tag team, while Top Dollar will serve as a single star. The group will obviously remain together. Burial already. Top Dollar is going to be the singles guy over Isaiah Swerve Scott. Top Dollar and Ashanti Adonis are not going to be the tag team. Bro, you are already in the midst of a catastrophe already, if this is to be believed. I don't know. Sounds like somebody's internally trying to sabotage Shit Row. by not making Isaiah Swerve Scott the standout solo act? Why are we going to hide Scott's talent in a fucking tag team? It's going to be AJ and Omos all over again. Adonis and Top Dollar are the tag team. Let them do what they need to do. Scott needs to be a solo act. He needs to be a heel. He needs to go after the IC title. Fuck putting him in a tag team. If that is the case, and this report is to be believed, they are dead upon arrival. Telling you right now. Let's check the chat here. Let's check the chat. We got 2,000 in the venue. I appreciate you guys very, very much. We got 667 likes, man. If you guys are in the chat and have not hit the thumbs up, I would really appreciate you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 on the live stream today. Right here for the SmackDown and AEW Rampage post show on Off the Script. Today, sponsored by my new friends over at Geology. We got an unboxing to do, man. I'm going to unbox this right now. If you guys want to take care of yourself, man, we got a lot of sponsors on Off the Script, a part of the OTS family, that are going to keep you looking and smelling good, man. And now I'm adding my boys over in Geology to the team. They sent me some everyday face wash, men's face wash. So I got that in my box. It smells great. I've used it the last couple mornings. I think it's great, man. I'm always looking for new ways to keep my face hydrated and fresh. They also sent me a repairing night cream. They got that in there as well. And they gave me a Vital Morning face cream. So I'll be looking good before I even roll out of bed, man. And then we also got the Essential Moisturizer. This is an active recovery hydro gel. They gave you a little bit of that. And they gave me, this is the Nourishing Eye Cream. So they gave that to me as well, man. So this is a nice box of goodies here, man. Geology is a 6-time award-winning men's skincare company, recognized in Men's Health Esquire and Ask Men Grooming Awards. Geology creates a simple and effective skincare routine, customized just for you with ingredients that are proven to work and formulated for daily use. The product set is great for both individuals new to skincare and seasoned skincare veterans. Our skincare is built around just a handful of powerful, proven ingredients that have been trusted by dermatologists for decades. Ingredients like retinol and kojic acid. Geology is also one of the only men's skincare companies to have retinol as an active ingredient in their products. It fights acne, it reduces oil, prevents wrinkles, and combats dark or puffy under eyes. You guys can actually get all the information you need from the link down below that I put in the description. You take a 30-second diagnostic quiz, and with a few clicks, you tell them about your skin and goals, and their team of dermatologists will design a regimen just for you that is shipped directly to your door. It is that simple, man. My favorite product of them all is the face wash. I'm always looking for a good face wash, and this one is right up my alley, man. It feels great. It leaves that nice tingling sensation on your face. You know it's clean in your face. It smells good, especially something that you want to use in the morning. I love it. And believe it or not, I was not a skincare guy at all. And I realized how important it is. I got very good friends that are in the skincare business, and I know how important it is to keep your skin looking right. But if you guys want to check this out, man, you guys can definitely do that. Head over to geology.com, take their free skincare quiz, save up to 50% off on your 30-day trial, or just click the link that I provided in the description below. That's geology.com to save 50% off your 30-day trial, man. Awesome, awesome stuff. Love it. Go check it out and show some support to the podcast by supporting Geology today. Shinsuke Nakamura with Rick Boogs versus Happy Corbin, man. It's so great that we got a new roster of talent and we're getting rematches. I told you this was about to happen. I gave it 4 weeks. We're seeing it in week 1. Imagine what we're going to get 2 months from now. Shinsuke Nakamura with Happy Corbin. Corbin wins in 7 minutes. This was a championship contenders match. Season premiere of SmackDown. It wouldn't be a WWE show without a fucking champion losing in a non-title match on television. Great job there, Bruce. Great job. Now we got Happy Corbin chasing the Intercontinental Championship, man. I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. So Boogs played his guitar during the match to try and get Nakamura to come back and make a babyface comeback. Fans were singing along with Boogs playing Nakamura's theme music. So Madcap Moss had enough and ran over and grabbed Boogs' guitar. Nakamura went after Moss. Corbin then threw Nakamura into the ringside steps. Corbin then gave Nakamura his end of days, which looked terrible. Nakamura just did not land good on the end of days. But Happy Corbin wins 7 minutes, and that was it. Corbin is now the number 1 contender for the IC title. Oh, joy. Oh, joy. Charlotte Flair. Becky Lynch. This was the exchanging of championships. So they come out. Sonya Deville is moderating this entire thing. Sonya explained the circumstances revolving around these 2 championships. Charlotte was there. She began talking. Sonya interrupted and explained that they would have to exchange belts and then go to their respective brands as champions. Becky asked Charlotte to do it first. Charlotte took her belt off. Becky reached for it. Charlotte accidentally dropped it. And there was an awkward moment where Sonya Deville said, pick it up. Pick it up. And Becky Lynch was pacing back and forth, knowing that she fucked up. So Becky reached for it. Charlotte dropped it and smiled. Sonya told her to pick it up. Charlotte did and handed it to Sonya. Becky threw her belt at Charlotte and then put the red belt over her shoulder. Charlotte held the SmackDown title in the air. Charlotte said, listen, Becky, I know you want to be Becky 2 belts, but how about a winner-takes-all match tonight? And I'm like, all right, maybe they are still going to do this thing, but I didn't give them any benefit of the doubt at all. Sasha Banks' music plays. She came out on the stage. She was in her bodysuit from Crown Jewel. She called Charlotte a bitch. And she said she's out of her damn mind if she thinks she's going to take over SmackDown. I am the one that runs SmackDown. I'm the one that runs the blue brand. This is a PG show, said Charlotte. That was not very nice. She asked if she felt left out. If I was Sasha, I would have said, bitch, did you wrestle in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel to make a difference for women over in that country and a difference for us going over there? If I was Sasha, that's probably what Sasha was thinking. If I know Sasha at all, it's probably what Sasha was really thinking. Oh, but did you leave? Did you feel left out? Bitch, did you go wrestle in Saudi Arabia? Charlotte has not had a match in Saudi Arabia yet. Sasha has. So, Becky says she's going to Raw. You guys figure it out. I'll see one of you at Survivor Series. She left. Sasha asked Charlotte if she's jealous. Fans were chanting for Becky. Charlotte says she is the star of any show she's on. She said with or without a title, she's the boss, and Friday nights are boss time. Charlotte asked if anyone even remembers her title reigns. Sasha punched Charlotte in the face. They brawled, and the show ended with Sasha's music playing and Sasha standing tall over Charlotte. That was a terrible ending to SmackDown. First of all, I think we all feel for Sasha in this case. I think we're all just genuinely Sasha Banks fans. But I'm looking at it from a casual's point of view. Sasha is a heel. Charlotte is a heel. Becky Lynch is a heel. I would really love for somebody to fill me in on which one I should legitimately care about if I'm a casual viewer of WWE television, if all of them are heel. Number 2, WWE royally fucked up anything they had going as far as momentum and interest in the women's division. The swapping of titles is pathetic. Pathetic. It shows me that they don't care. They don't care creatively. They don't care to write creatively. They don't care to write a better show. They don't care about the women's division. They don't care about the titles. They just don't care. Them swapping the title shows you that they don't care about a laundry list of fucking things. And if they don't care, why the fuck am I going to care? Why? What they did tonight was an embarrassment to not only the women's division, not only an embarrassment to Charlotte and Becky, the titles, the entire concept of women's wrestling in WWE was embarrassed tonight by this stunt that they pulled. Awful. It would have been better to have a unification match with the 4 people that have been feuding over these 2 championships and just call it a day and merge the divisions. That's what the division needs. That's what the shows need. A way to freshen itself up. But we're not going to get that. As long as Bruce Pritchard and Johnny Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon are running the show, women's wrestling is going to take a back seat in WWE. If they don't care, why the fuck am I going to care? We're going to switch gears and talk about AEW Rampage for a little bit. Let me check the chat again. See what you guys are up to. We got 1951 in the venue. I appreciate you guys very, very much. So make sure you guys go and hit that thumbs up. We're looking at 757 likes in the chat. Continue to hit that thumbs up. And make sure you guys get your super chats in. We will hang out at the end of the show. AEW Rampage opened up with Orange Cassidy defeating Powerhouse Hobbs to advance to the semifinals of the World Title Eliminator Tournament. This was actually a very good match. I've enjoyed Will Hobbs a little bit more each and every time I see him. Some people were a little upset by the ending. Some people did not like Hobbs losing this match. It's not about Will Hobbs. It's not about Will Hobbs. This tournament is not about Hobbs. It's not about Preston Vance. It's not about Orange Cassidy. It's not about anybody but Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley. That is it. There's one thing that this tournament is going to give us, and that is a Jon Moxley heel turn. That is why this tournament was created. Some people were out there, well, why didn't they book a better tournament? It's not about booking a better tournament. That's going to be saved for the Owen Hart Invitational or the Owen Hart Cup tournament. This is merely a way to get Moxley heel and get a match between him and Danielson. That is it. I don't see what the fucking big deal is or what's so difficult to comprehend here. Just get with the program. It's not that serious. The ending of this match was fine. Will Hobbs has gotten better and better every single week. I like his demeanor. I like his body language. I like his intensity. He's coming along, slowly but surely. You give Will Hobbs another 2 years, we may see another main event player on AEW television. It's a great thing to see. This is what I loved about NXT so much. This is what I loved about NXT so much. Watching somebody that, starts off at the very beginning and you watch them mature and you watch them grow. And that's what we're getting with Will Hobbs. So the ending, Hobbs was dominating. Orange Cassidy had his ribs taped up from the ladder match that they just had that Hangman Page won. Cassidy tried a crossbody off the top. Hobbs caught him and put Cassidy in a torture rack. Haven't seen a torture rack on television like that since the days of Chris Masters. Cassidy broke free with some elbows, got a near fall with a small package. Cassidy went for the orange punch, but Hobbs bullied him into the corner and then followed with a pair of avalanches. Hobbs worked over Cassidy in the corner, refused to adhere to the referee's instructions. Bryce Remsburg was the angry ref here. He was getting in Will Hobbs' face. Hobbs then manhandled the referee, picked Bryce Remsburg up, moved him into the corner, started yelling at him. Hook got up on the apron, tried to calm down Will Hobbs. Like, listen, what are you doing? You're putting your hands on the official. You got this guy over there. Beat him. Advance. Trying to talk some sense into him. So Hobbs, in all of this confusion, turns his back on Orange Cassidy. Cassidy caught Hobbs in a mousetrap pin. 1, 2, 3. He beats Will Hobbs. He advances to the next round. And he is now in line to wrestle either Jon Moxley. He will wrestle Jon Moxley. But it's either going to be Jon Moxley or Preston Vance, number 10 of the Dark Order. I thought this was fine. Will Hobbs, there's no way that you're going to make Orange Cassidy, an injured Orange Cassidy, a believable guy to beat Will Hobbs. There had to be something that happened there that caused Will Hobbs to lose this match. This was a great way to go about it. I liked that ending. Orange Cassidy in that situation, hurt, injured, is not going to beat Will Hobbs. It's not going to be believable. So Will Hobbs beat himself. He let his anger get the best of him. So Orange Cassidy advances. I thought this was fine for what it was. World Title Eliminator Tournament, Bryan Danielson and Dustin Rhodes. And then Eddie Kingston and Lance Archer set for Dynamite tomorrow night. I will be live here on the channel with Jesse. We will finally be back in the venue talking AEW Dynamite. And hopefully this is the last time they are preempted in the year, because I cannot stand when I don't have my wrestling on Wednesday night. It throws off my entire calendar and schedule of the live streams, man. It is not good. It's not fun. Tony Schiavone called out Penta and Alex Abrahantes for an interview. And Rey Fenix was injured in the finish of last Saturday's match with FTR. They were distracted by two fans in green masks in the crowd. Penta thought that they were FTR because they were wearing the same masks FTR wore on Saturday Night Dynamite. So they confronted these fans, ripped their masks off, and they were just some random guys, some random fans. They weren't FTR. FTR then jumped them from behind. These guys were obviously decoys for FTR to come in and sneak attack Penta and Alex Abrahantes. Tully Blanchard jumped Penta and Abrahantes from behind, taking them out as well. FTR celebrated with Mr. Tully Blanchard by holding up their AAA tag team titles and the Lucha Brothers World tag team titles in AEW. PAC ran out to make the save. So this definitely teased an FTR Lucha Brothers rematch at Full Gear, which is one of the matches that was leaked by social media. Tony Khan had his notebook, and this was one of the matches written down. Whether this will be for the AAA tag team titles or the AEW tag team titles, we don't know right now. So we will see. But a match with FTR and the Lucha Brothers at the pay-per-view? Listen, man, it's going to be a war. Can't wait to see what they do. Britt Baker, DMD, with Rebel and Jamie Hayter against Anna Jay. This went 7 minutes, and Britt Baker makes Anna Jay tap out. This did not come out bad at all. And I'm not really big or high on Anna Jay yet. Britt Baker obviously was going to get the victory here. She makes Anna Jay tap out with the lockjaw. And I will say this about Anna Jay, man. You know, I know Anna Jay has a lot of fans out there. Tay Conti has a lot of fans out there. Anna Jay, I would rather Anna Jay be in the ring than a Penelope Ford or a Bunny or any of these other women that don't know what the fuck they're doing, that just look awful in the ring. Anna Jay is not offensive with what she does in the ring like a Bunny is or a Penelope. I don't even think Penelope Ford is good. Penelope Ford is not a good professional wrestler. I'd much rather see an Anna Jay in there. You can see Anna Jay is getting better. You really can. The one thing with Anna Jay is, and I will say this as a critique from a fan watching from afar, Anna Jay needs to speed herself up a little bit. It seems like Anna Jay has a little bit of that hesitation as if she's scared. Like she doesn't know what she wants to do next. And that's going to come with time. She is very young, and if she wants to continue doing this for years and years and years, that's going to come. That's an acquired talent. You're not going to learn that overnight. She's going to get better with age. But the one thing that I do think will help aid her get better is if she speeds things up a bit. There's some slight communication issue. There's a speed problem, not knowing what she wants to do, but that's going to come with being a veteran. Do something and think about what you want to do 4, 5, 6 moves ahead. And that's going to come. And that may be one of the only things holding her back. Great look, beautiful woman. She's going to do good things. Everybody's already high on her. If she can really just work on those little weaknesses, she's going to be a very good asset to the women's division. Just speed it up a little bit. Become a little bit more confident in what you want to do and what you want to execute. You know, and then obviously the intensity. I don't want women in there, especially pretty women, to go in there and be all looks and no substance. I want you to wrestle like a fucking Thunder Rosa, man. I want you to get in there and I want you to get your makeup all fucking smeared all over your face. I want you to be in there and fucking just go at it. Wrestle like one of the guys. I don't want a woman to go in there and be frail and fucking start throwing slaps around and not be intense and not be impactful. I need you to go in there and wrestle. Some of these women don't know how to wrestle. Don't even know why the fuck you're in the business. If you want to wrestle, I want to see you wrestle. These are some of the things that may be holding her back. But that's going to come in time. And I'm very confident that we'll see Anna Jay 2 years from now, 3 years from now, be a lot better off than where she is right now, if she continues to work on those weaknesses. Hey, listen, she's better than Top Dolla. She's a lot better than Bottom Dolla. Britt Baker tapped Miss Anna Jay out with the lockjaw. Jay had to tap pretty quickly here in the lockjaw. Britt gave Jay a lot. And both of these women actually look pretty decent coming out of this with Brittany Baker winning via submission. Post-match, Baker locked in the lockjaw again. Tay Conti ran out, made the save. Don't know why she was not out there. I mean, Britt Baker had Rebel and Jamie Hayter out there, but Anna Jay and Tay Conti are best friends, and Tay Conti wasn't out there the entire match. She waited until the post-match attack to run out there. Meanwhile, she should have been out there already with her. Don't really understand that. Conti chased off Baker, left the women's world title belt in the ring. Conti held the belt up and taunted Baker, teasing a potential match for Britt Baker at Full Gear. We may be getting Britt Baker versus Tay Conti at Full Gear for the AEW Women's Championship. And Tay Conti is not winning the AEW Women's Championship. Sorry to disappoint you Tay Conti fans out there. Not happening. They did a rundown of Dynamite tomorrow. We got Jungle Boy versus Brandon Cutler. Pretty much going to be a squash match. Rampage, the winner of Danielson and Rhodes will take on the winner of Archer and Kingston. So we may be getting Danielson versus Lance Archer in this tournament, this World Title Eliminator tournament. Sounds like an intriguing match. If you want to see two guys beat the shit out of each other, man, that may be right up your alley. The TBS Tournament. The brackets have been announced. And Tony Khan is making this already better than what WWE did with the Queen's Crown. It's pretty interesting what Tony Khan did with this tournament, man. Thunder Rosa is getting a bye. Thunder Rosa, Jade Cargill, Nyla Rose, and Chris Statlander get byes in the tournament. Now, to be fair, I don't know what Chris Statlander did to deserve a bye. I would have given Serena Deeb a bye, but that's just me. Statlander hasn't really done much since she lost to Britt Baker at All Out, but she gets a bye. Maybe that's something to do with her record. Maybe that's something to do with her standing in the women's division. I don't know why Chris Statlander is getting a bye. I don't know why Nyla Rose is getting a bye either. I don't even remember the last time Nyla Rose was on TV. I don't. Maybe it was a Rampage triple threat match with Thunder Rosa and Jade Cargill, maybe. But she didn't win that match. So why are we getting Nyla Rose in this tournament getting a bye? She hasn't done anything to deserve a bye, neither has Chris Statlander. Maybe it's their standing in the rankings. I have no idea. So all four of these women are getting a bye, which I like. They are already in the next round. And then we get all the other women who are getting an opportunity, needing to win, to advance. So Thunder Rosa is getting a bye. She's going to face the winner of the Anna Jay versus Jamie Hayter match. I would love to see Jamie Hayter versus Thunder Rosa. I think that would be a very interesting matchup. Jade Cargill's getting a bye. She's going to face the winner of the Bunny versus Red Velvet. I see Red Velvet going on to wrestle Jade Cargill. So that is going to be, I think, what they are going to do here. Nyla Rose faces the winner of Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida. So it looks like we may be getting Shida versus Nyla Rose. I think Shida's going to get her win back over Serena Deeb. I don't like that. I'd have Deeb go over Shida and then Deeb go to the finals. But that's just me. But I do think Shida's going to get the win, get her win back over Deeb for breaking that award over her head on Dynamite a couple weeks back. And we're going to get Shida versus Nyla Rose. Statlander, she gets a bye, and she faces the winner of Penelope Ford and Ruby Soho. So it looks like we may be getting Statlander versus Soho, Rose versus Shida, Cargill versus Red Velvet, and Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter. That's the way I'm looking at this tournament. Thunder Rosa versus Jade Cargill is going to happen in the semifinals. Then we're going to get Ruby Soho and Hikaru Shida. And I do think we're going to get Ruby Soho versus Thunder Rosa in the finals of this tournament. And that is going to be your TBS Championship Tournament. I love the way Tony Khan has set this tournament up. I really do. So kudos to him. I'm loving it already. Hopefully, it really exceeds our expectations in the ring. And Jesse and I will talk about this tomorrow as well to get his point of view on it on the Dynamite Post Show right here on OTS. Andrade El Idolo versus PAC. Main event. Dynamite. Or Rampage, rather. Rampage main event. This match was probably the best main event, TV main event, that we've seen span across Rampage and Dynamite in the 2 years on AEW television. This match was fucking awesome. Awesome. I love both of these guys, man. Everybody was barred from ringside. Everybody was barred from ringside. These guys were going to have a match, and there was going to be a winner. 30 seconds into this thing, PAC snapped off 2 super kicks, German suplex, and a tope con hero. He went for a black arrow, but Andrade crotched him on the ropes. Andrade went for a double knee in the corner. PAC dodged it, hit a super kick. Andrade asked PAC to give him his best shot, so PAC took his head off with a huge, big boot. So Andrade caught PAC with a boot, sent him to the floor. Andrade hit a spinning springboard plancha to the floor, which looked beautiful. Both guys are selling on the floor. We went to a picture-in-picture commercial break. Andrade hit the Three Amigos, went for a near fall. Crowd was chanting Eddie. PAC elbowed out of a waist lock, walked right into a boot. Andrade went for a slingshot dropkick. PAC was leaning over the ropes. PAC dropped out of the way, and Andrade crashed onto the floor, taking a very, very ugly bump on the outside. PAC went out to the floor with a Rana, which sent Andrade back first into a chair. Aubrey Edwards quickly went to go check on Andrade because they were literally at this point just throwing everything at each other, literally beating the shit out of each other. PAC came off the top with a beautiful moonsault onto Andrade. Fight Forever chants rang out in Miami. Andrade then popped up. PAC teased the move. He popped up and right into a kick from PAC. Slingshot cutter from PAC. Got another near fall. PAC went for a brutalizer, but Andrade got to the ropes before the submission hold was applied. PAC and Andrade ended up on the ring apron. They were exchanging strikes. Andrade drove PAC back first into an apron with an inverted DDT, which looked like it fucked Andrade up more than it did PAC. PAC, thankfully, did not have his head hit the apron. It almost looked like his face, as he was coming down, hit the apron. But Andrade took another nasty spill on the outside. So, this was my favorite part of the match, man. After the DDT, Andrade followed up with a slingshot DDT out of the ring onto the ring apron. These guys are on the outside. Andrade then went for a moonsault off the top. PAC crotched him. Andrade bounced up and down on the top turnbuckle like a fucking basketball. PAC then delivered a beautiful, and I mean sick, looking top rope brainbuster and went for a cover on Andrade. Only got a 2 count. They're both up. They're exchanging slaps and forearms. PAC called, or he caught Andrade with a super kick and then a poison rana. Andrade countered with a back elbow. His signature back elbow went for some pinning combinations on PAC. He went for his hammerlock DDT, but PAC countered with a cradle and got the pinfall and beat Andrade in the rematch. Awesome, awesome stuff. After the pinfall, the lights immediately went out. When the lights came back on, Malachi Black appeared. He spit mist in PAC's face. Black got a chair from underneath the ring. Arn Anderson came down, and he distracted Black and Andrade. He pointed his gun at him like this. Wasn't really a gun, but it was his hand. And he motioned that he was going to shoot both of these guys. And Cody Rhodes ran in from the crowd, taking out both Andrade and Black. Rhodes hit a beautiful spinning power slam, grabbed a steel chair, went to go hit Black with the chair, but Black ducked out of the ring. So we're getting this nice angle set up for Rhodes and Black 3. Rhodes was cheered by most of the fans here in Miami. And with the tweet coming out of Andrade's Twitter, I don't know where they're going with this, man. I really don't know where they're going with this. But there are rumors circulating right now about where this is going. And WrestleVotes sent out an interesting tweet in regards to what is going on with Andrade's FUWWE tweet. As many of you saw on Rampage, Andrade aligned himself with Malachi Black. Shortly after the show went off the air, Andrade tweeted FUWWE. WrestleVotes quote tweeted what Andrade said and then tweeted out, "This is only the beginning of the story that unfolded tonight." Now, it's unclear if any of this has to do with AEW Rampage or Charlotte Flair, who began a feud with Sasha Banks tonight on SmackDown. For what it's worth, Dave Meltzer reported several weeks ago that Andrade would like to bring his friends and family, including his fiancée, Charlotte Flair, into AEW, and there have been rumblings that Charlotte Flair could join him whenever her contract is up in AEW. Now, last December, there was talks about WWE pairing Andrade and Charlotte together on WWE television, bringing their real-life relationship to television, but that never worked out. On a related note, if you didn't see it, you should definitely check out Andrade's match with PAC tonight on Rampage, as it was probably, like I said at the top, one of the best AEW main events that they put on in 2 years. I don't know where this is going. I don't know if it has anything to do with Charlotte Flair. I highly doubt that it does. But I love the fact that Andrade and Malachi Black are teaming up because, you know, they were such an integral part of WWE and NXT when Triple H was running NXT. Two guys that should have been the face of the WWE now teaming up together. Alliances are formed on AEW television. This is a beautiful thing to see. And I love the fact that Andrade says he has friends everywhere. I like the build towards Cody Rhodes and Malachi Black 3. I still think that Malachi Black should beat Cody Rhodes. I don't think he should be losing. Very interesting stuff happening on AEW television, man. Really good stuff. Main event was fantastic. Rampage largely remains a show to me that isn't must-watch. It is very cut and dry. It is very formulaic. There really isn't anything. If you miss this show, it's usually the main event that is going to deliver the money from that 10 to 11 o'clock hour, you know? But Rampage largely is suffering from not feeling important. It's largely suffering from being on TV at 10 o'clock. I wish it wasn't on 10 o'clock. I'd come on here at 10 o'clock and just do SmackDown, but I know a lot of you guys are watching AEW Rampage as soon as SmackDown is over. So I'm kind of forced to do a mixed review of both of these shows. I don't really like doing it, but I have no choice. But the main event was great. Like I said before, go out and watch it. If you missed Rampage and you want to watch anything, go out and watch Andrade and PAC. One of the best AEW main events to date. That is all I got for you guys tonight, man. We're going to go over the Super Chats in just a little bit. Continue to hit that thumbs up. Try for 1,000. We only got 819 likes, man. I don't understand you guys. I've been asking for 1,000, but there's not 1,000 in the live stream chat. Why? We got 2,000 people in this chat, and there's not 1,000 likes? That doesn't add up to me. So if you guys have not hit that thumbs up, make sure you guys go and hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. And make sure you guys go and check out all the other content on the channel. Crown Jewel, post-show, Monday Night Raw. The extra that I uploaded today. There's a lot of content for you guys on the channel, on the homepage. Go and check it out. And go and support my brand new sponsor, man, Geology. Use the link that I provided in the description below to save 50% off and start your trial today. Thank you guys very much for that. Also, if you guys want these off-the-script hats, which I hope that you do, I got them made for you. Patreon is the place to do that. Patreon.com. You're going to get yourself a bunch of cool stuff. When you sign up annually, patreon.com/JD from NY206. Go get yourself some off-the-script merch exclusively only on patreon.com. Let's start at the top with these super chats, man. We're going to start with Joshua Bennett, who leaves me 4 super chats. A 10, a 10, a 5, and a 5. Thank you, Joshua. Hi, JD. This is a reply from last stream. Tranquilo Club is very much an AEW borderline shill, but he makes good essays on storylines and AEW talent. You should check him out. Solid content. No, thank you. Anyway, with you going back to commentary to work with House of Glory, would there ever be a chance for you to possibly do commentary for GCW? I would love to see the chemistry you have with Kevin Gill. No. They probably wouldn't welcome me there. And I would never turn my back on my bosses, Brian and Red, to go work for the rival promotion. Also, what's going on with the Braves, JD? They are about to choke in the NLCS to the Dodgers. Go Yankees. We always got next year. I don't know why you would count out this Braves team claiming that they're going to choke. If there's anything that knows about choking and Braves, it is me. And to be honest, I don't really care who wins the World Series as long as it's not the Red Sox, because fuck the Red Sox. I don't think we have to worry about that now. I'm assuming the Red Sox lost and are now eliminated from the MLB playoffs. 5-0. The Astros are in the World Series. There you go. Thank you, Joshua Bennett, for your super chats, brother. Michelle Moran with a $5 super chat. With each roster set, can you see SmackDown being the shit show and Raw getting better? Rampage had a killer main event. Makes wrestling on Friday nights fun to watch. Do I see Raw getting better? No. It's Monday Night Raw. Let's be real. Golden Boy with a $5 super chat. The best finishing move in all of wrestling, period. The Arn Anderson Glock pull. Bang. This is the House of JD. All others pay the toll. Thank you, Golden Boy. I appreciate you, bro. Joshua Bennett with another $5 super chat. Last one. Thoughts on GCW having a show in the Hammerstein Ballroom, and are you planning on going to the show? Thanks for reading my madness, JD. Joshua, no. I'm not going to the GCW show. If I could get tickets, I'd gladly go, but I don't think I'm going to end up going. Jesus with a $4.99 super chat. Rampage was mid. Doesn't help that it's taped. The main event was awesome until the ending. I'm curious on the alliance between Malachi and Andrade, though. Trust in the process and trust TK. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Lakefront Studios with a $9.99 super chat. The whole Raw and SmackDown women's title switch BS could be easily avoided if the title holders were exempt from the draft, which, by the way, should be held after WrestleMania instead of October. Brother, you ain't telling me nothing I haven't said already. I don't know why champions are drafted. I don't. It's fucking stupid. Lundula Productions with a $2 super chat. Top Dolla could be Top Jabba soon. He will. He definitely will. Jacob Donnelly with a $5 super chat. Did you catch those "We Want Hook" chants during the Hobbs and Cassidy match? I knew Miami would be full of my fellow hookers. Hashtag Team Hook. Hashtag hookers. Right, I listen, man. I don't really understand the power of Hook, bro. I don't. It's an amazing thing to see, apparently. It's the hair. It's got to be the hair. Julian with a $5 super chat. Hope your Braves don't pull a Giants and blow a 2-game lead. Braves vs. Giants would have been sicker. Thanks for your great content getting me through work, bro. We'll see what happens tomorrow, Julian. Hopefully we clinch tomorrow. I don't want to go to a Game 7. Man of 1,005 holds with a $2 super chat. Another pointless draft. Good job, Vince. Good job. Philip Newton with a $4.99 super chat. Bruce Pritchard's booking gets the gobbledygooker over more than the actual talent. He's the creator of that character. And he probably would have had Adam Cole play the gobbledygooker for Survivor Series. Eric Newton. We got an Eric Newton and a Philip Newton. $5 super chat. How do you suspend the guy who's a free agent? I have no idea. Why don't we ask Bruce? Joshua Bennett with another $5 super chat. Well, that ending at Rampage was very interesting. I'm just torn on whether or not it's a good or bad. I don't know. Bro, what's good or bad about it? We don't know anything about it. Why are you writing it off? Why don't we just let things play out? Why is it bad or good? We don't know anything about it yet. Give it a couple weeks to marinate. Level 2, Factotum. $5 super chat. What's the over-under on that top dollar? We'll be asking for an AEW job when WWE eventually releases him. Bro, he's not even going to be good enough to work at Foot Locker when he gets released. AEW. He'll be shining the fucking shoes of Matt and Nick Jackson. That's all he's worth. Matthew Malnar with a $19.99 super chat. JD, you are the GOAT for stomaching this hot garbage named WWE. We all appreciate the shit out of you, brother. Also, thought for a split second Wyndham was showing up when the lights went out on Rampage. Got stoked. Bro, it's a tape show. They would never debut Wyndham on a tape show. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Lakefront Studios with a $9.99 super chat. Now that they're officially on SmackDown, $0 and Hit Row are about to file for bankruptcy via Vince and Bruce. Well, after that news that I read, they may be on their way to being bankrupt. Jesus with a $4.99 super chat. Wishing Zelina was in AEW right now. Sucks WWE tricked her into signing a contract only to fire Malachi afterwards. Yeah, she's Queen of the Ring, or Queen's Crown. I want to see how people start complaining that she's losing matches. I'll be sitting here telling you, I told you so. That crown means nothing in the grand scheme of things. WWE will embarrass her by having her lose match after match after match as the Queen of the Ring. Christopher Elliott with a $5 super chat. My favorite singer is receiving hate lately. How do I not the negativity towards my favorite singer bother me? Can I get a belated happy birthday? It was on the 6th. Christopher, happy birthday, brother. And who is your favorite singer? And why is he getting hate? Mr. Cake with a $5 super chat. Hey, JD, fuck WWE for having Zelina go through that cruel irony of winning the Queen's Crown in Saudi Arabia with her backstory. Listen, man, we don't know what the intentions are there. You know, it may, at the end of the day, be a, hey, I'm sorry. Because she was supposed to wrestle on that 9/11 show, wasn't she? And they pulled her match. She got gear made in commemoration of her father to honor her father. Her father passed away in the 9/11 attack. She was supposed to be in a tag team match on that show with Toni Storm, Liv Morgan and Carmella, I believe. They pulled the match. She did PR all in New York City, only to have her match pulled. Maybe it's a hey, I'm sorry. Who knows? Philip Newton with a $4.99 super chat. The WWE Women's Championships are nothing but paperweights. Indeed. Lockadile with a $5 super chat. What if they gave Woods King of the Ring to turn him heel? He looked heelish at Crown Jewel when he won. Lockadile, I don't think you listened to my Crown Jewel post show then, bro. We talked about this. I don't know why you guys are bringing up shit that I've already talked about. Daniel Easterday with a $2 super chat. After the women's title switch, you're being mocked. Yes, I am. Because I expressed this during the Crown Jewel post show, and WWE turns around and does exactly what I told them not to do 24 hours later. Great job. King Mo with a $1.99 super chat. OTS for life. Appreciate the weekly extras, bro. Thank you, man. Another one coming tomorrow. There's no podcast this weekend. No full-fledged podcast. There's just not enough news. There's not enough news. Mr. Cake with a $5 super chat. And a $2 super chat. And a $5 super chat. And a $2 super chat. Coronation would have meant more with Breeze there. Thoughts on Mustafa Ali's comments on Vince McMahon, another guy who could have ruined the ceremony. When is my man's contract up? He could have absolutely ruined the ceremony. Him and Kofi have a little history. R-Truth is more Hit Row than Hit Row themselves. And great show tonight. I'm on a music high right now with my favorites releasing albums back to back. Do you have any recommendations? Cheers. Yes, I do. Trivium, as always. Their album is incredible. Dream Theater just released a new album today, actually. And I'm going to look on my Spotify right now. What else have I been listening to? Trivium, Dream Theater, Tremonti. Who else released albums? Oh, Slash. Slash released a new song. Arch Enemy released a new song. They got some good stuff here, man. Yeah, Tremonti, Trivium, and Dream Theater are the big three this month. Ray Warrior with a $19.99 super chat. Thank you, Ray Warrior. JD, these comments in the chat about Top Dollar had me laughing my ass off tonight. Anyways, awesome review. Keep up the good work, my man. You're the best. Thank you, brother. Captain Solo with a $5 super chat. Charlotte vs. Becky, title for title. Winner takes all. Loser goes to AEW. Book it. And who was the best ECW champion? Raven, Sandman, or Shane Douglas? Absolutely Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas was one of my all-time favorites back in the day, man. Unbelievable promo with Shane Douglas. Mr. Cake with a $5 super chat. I'm a bit disappointed that Sky Blue isn't in the tournament despite her being, or doing a vignette for it, would have been the environment for her to get over. I could have seen that. I want to see a little bit more Sky Blue. I heard she's really good. Deontay McCombs with a $5 super chat. Buys were for the top 5 ranked women wrestlers, barring the number 1 ranked Tay Conti. There you go. I figured that was the case. Eddie Hazard with a 3-month subscription. JD, did you see how Sammy Guevara was poking fun at Top Dollar on his vlog this week? When I tell you I was howling, thought of you immediately. That's why we love Sammy G, bro. Sammy G gets it. Yeezus with a $4.99 super chat. El Idolo's tweet just made my curiosity even bigger. I hope Malachi gets the win tomorrow. Mr. Cake with a $2 super chat. Shout out to Edgar and his Brandon Cutler Jesse. The Undertaker becomes a member for 2 months. Goldberg's career must be laid to rest. Thank you, Undertaker. Justin with a $1.99 super chat. Disappointed Red Sox fan. Like I said, go Braves. Go Braves, man. The Undertaker with another $5 super chat. Brock and Sable are in the hotel room above me. He isn't exactly quiet. Yo, listen, Taker, you gotta tell Brock to get back in the chat, man. We miss his super chats. We miss his super chats, bro. You gotta get him back in here. Ricardo with a $10 super chat. JD, you are the best in the IWC at what you do. Battle Atlanta. Thank you, Ricardo. Edgar Estrada with a 12-month membership. Thank you, Edgar. Oh, hell yeah. The PAC vs. Andrade match delivered. Aleister Black showing up was great, but Cody beating him down sucked. Arn looked like a savage. Thank you, Edgar. We got a $4.99 super chat from Top Dolla. I'm going to main event Mania, JD. If you don't know, now you know. P.S. Get some new shoes. Yes, I'll work on that, Top Dolla. Thank you. Listen, I thought you had a shift tonight at Top Dolla or Dollar Tree. Bottom Dollar. And J. Ray with a $5 super chat. Vince killed the territories back in the 70s and 80s. Vince would definitely do what Khan is doing now if he was his age. So TK gets a pass on this one. Canadian $5 super chat by Adam Collin. Awesome taste in music, JD. Let's fucking go. Thank you, Adam. I'd like to think I have good taste in music. Ricardo Linnell with a $5 super chat. I just wanted to say and give this public service announcement. Fuck Bill Goldberg. Thank you, Ricardo. And that's all I got, guys. That is all the super chats. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the post show. And hopefully you guys tune in to the post show tomorrow. Jesse and I will be live on Dynamite right here in the venue on OTS. We'll go over the show. Black versus Cody 3. More than likely the main event. Maybe we'll see more of what played out tonight. Should be good, man. Like I said, guys, go get your hats. You guys can get your off-the-script hats on Patreon.com. Sign up. Annual subscription. Not only do you guys get the mug, not only do you guys get the t-shirt, but you're also going to get an off-the-script hat as well. So make sure you guys go and do that. That is patreon.com/JD from NY206. Go check out the extra that was uploaded today. Bruce Pritchard and Adam Cole. Bruce Pritchard was behind all the plans to make Adam Cole a manager for Keith Lee. Bear Claw, Keith Lee, Bearcat Lee. So go check that out. Crown Jewel post show is also live on the channel. Go check that out from yesterday. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. We need 70 more for 1,000. 70 more for 1,000 likes on the post show. Jedi Punk 85 with a $5 super chat. I don't know if you watched AEW last week. Sacco is now all elite. Ray Warrior with a $4.99 super chat. Anything is greater than Top Dollar. And Edgar Estrada with a $100 super chat. Edgar Estrada. Yo, Goon, you sound a bit down. Here's something to get that energy flowing your way out of the venue. Have a great weekend, brother, and the rest of the OTS crew. Edgar, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, man. A little out of it today, but I'll be good, bro. I'll be good. Thank you guys for the love, man. I appreciate you all so very much. I'll be back live with Jesse tomorrow night for Dynamite. Again, go check out all the stuff that you might have missed on the channel. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, hit the join button, become a VIP. Follow me on Twitter as well, at JD from NY206 on Twitter and Instagram. Guys, I'm about to get out of here. I need a couple of things before I do, though. Number one, if you got them, I need those Mustang emojis in the chat and those guitar emojis in the chat as well. Number two, I need that music on max. I'm getting out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow with Dynamite's post-show right here on OTS. Until then, guys, Jesse and I will see you tomorrow on OTS. See you Saturday night.